Hey there, welcome in or welcome back. My name is Avril, and in this corner of the internet, we chat about writing, life, and whatever else comes to mind. And this here is my Chromebook. Now, it does all the basic things, it gets the job mostly done, mostly okay. It is not the greatest computer out there, and to be honest, I really only use it for working on the blog and writing in general. I was going to use it when I started this channel, but it unfortunately does not have the brain capacity to handle filming, so that was a whole saga unto itself. But there is one thing in particular that it cannot do that I really, really wish it could do, and that is operate Scrivener. If you're unfamiliar, Scrivener is one of the most popular writing softwares out there. It has a lot of bells and whistles and features that many writers find very, very helpful. And I actually do have the license for it. I got it many moons ago with a different computer that actually could run it. And I didn't get to play around with it too much, but from what I did see, there were a lot of things that I think could have been really helpful for me had I been able to explore them in a greater depth. Even though at the time I think I was kind of overwhelmed by everything it had to offer. And apart from the technical barrier to entry that I have as a Chromebook user, Scrivener also poses a financial barrier to entry because it is a one-time fee of $59.99 to download it onto your computer. And then also there's a fee to use the app version as well, which I just found out is another technical barrier to entry because I'm an Android user and it is only available on iPhone. The writing program that you use will not make or break you as a writer. It doesn't determine how good your story actually is because that's all coming from you, no matter how you get those words down. But I will admit there are definitely days where it feels like I'm on the outside looking in when I see other people using Scrivener and talking about how much they love it and how much it benefits them as a writer. Not too long ago, I started looking into alternatives to Scrivener and I came across one called Ellipsus. Now, I'm not too familiar with Ellipsus. I haven't used it myself. I know Kate Kavanaugh did a video on it a while back, but other than her, I haven't really seen many writers using it. I did find out that one of my coworkers uses Ellipsis for her own writing, and she really likes it. But when I told her that I would be doing this video, she swore to tell me nothing so I could go in completely blind. So with all that being said, let's give Ellipsis a try. Also, this is my first try at doing a picture-in-picture kind of thing, so we will see how that goes. All right, so here we are on the homepage for Ellipsis, and so far, so good. I really like Write Like a Human, that fantastic right there. So one of the things that I did hear about Ellipsis is that it was completely free, but it looks like there is a paid option as well. So I'm curious to see what that looks like in comparison to Scrivener. Hey, this is Avril from the not so distant future, and according to what just popped up in my YouTube feed, it looks like Ellipsis Plus is a brand new thing that was only introduced within the past week or so at the time of filming this. So just bear that in mind as I'm exploring the different features. All right, so we have the free plan here, all basic writing and sharing features, unlimited collaborators, image uploads, 30-day version history, 44 themes. Okay, so a little customization in there. I like that. Okay, and Ellipsis Plus. All plans end with you owning the license yours to keep. Okay. Okay, I like that because it's not like a annual fee or a monthly fee to keep using it. And it looks like we have a few different options for payment, which is cool. You have the monthly for $6 a month, final price of $144 after 24 months. We have the annual for $60 for the year, $120 total, but you get 4 months free with that, and it's own after 2 payments, so again, a 2-year plan. Okay, and then the one time is $99 up front, and it's the lowest price, 1 payment. Okay, good. So it does look like it would be more than Scrivener to do with a one-time payment. But what do we have here for features? We have everything in the free plan, so everything over here. Emboss, shareable human writing metrics, and authorship badges. Okay. Custom theme builder for unlimited themes. So I'm guessing these are preset themes and then you can build your own. That's fun. Writing insights, which I'm curious about that. So is it like a Hemingway kind of thing or Grammarly where it has the here are ways to potentially improve it or spelling errors, or is it more like, hey, you've used this word 10 times on this page, find a freaking synonym, come on. So I'll have to look into that. Unlimited version history. Okay, so it looks like this one would erase version history after 30 days, and this one is just there forever. So it looks like you get more image uploads than with the free plan, and then collaborator chat, which I guess would be really helpful if you're working with collaborators like a co-author or beta readers. That could be really useful too. Advanced customization, collaboration, security, and more features coming to Plus. Plan future ideas. Okay, let's see what that does. Okay, so suggestion mode, chapter option. Okay, all right. So they're definitely still building it, which is cool. I like that. The phone app. Okay, so the other thing I know about Ellipsis is that it's all browser based. So there isn't a dedicated app to it, at least as far as I could find. But again, I'm on an Android, so I don't know how helpful that is. And then plotboard intrigues me. I know that a lot of writers with Scrivener love the corkboard feature where you can have all of your different pieces of your plot and characters and all that on this corkboard, and you can just pin all of your ideas to that. So I'd like the idea of including like a visual whiteboard tailored specifically for storytelling, as is suggested here. That could be really helpful too. But I'm not going to go too far down this rabbit hole. It looks like these are all hypotheticals and things suggested by existing users. I'm more interested in what is available right now. So for the purposes of the video, I think I am going to just do the free option. I might upgrade and try out the Plus version on my own time, but I think for the purposes of the video here, I'll just stick to the free version because, again, I know with Scrivener there is a barrier entry on a financial level for many writers, and I want to take that into account. So we're just going to play with the free version for now, and I'm going to go ahead and set up my account, and I'll be back. Looks like we have a visitor joining us for filming today. I set up a little nightstand for him to sit on while I'm recording. So I've actually had this in the background for a couple of weeks now, but this is his first time attempting to be on it. So we'll see how it goes. So I've gone ahead, I set up my Ellipsis account, I've already chosen my avatar, and now I'm looking at the theme options. So right off the gate, I'm really feeling cotton candy. That pastel pink there is my favorite shade of pink, and there's a really nice blue there as well, and the lavender. That feels like the most me. But because I'm going to be working on Project Scrimmage today, I think I want to lean more toward like a dark green, some blacks in there. So I think these are all preset options because I'm only on the free plan. And if I had the Plus version upgrade, I would be able to make my own custom theme, which I would have a lot of fun with. But I also think I would get sucked into that and spend way too much time on it. So I think actually having the preset options is kind of to my benefit right now. And here we go. All right. Let's see. Tip 1 of 3. Click New to import your work or create a new document. My work shows documents in folders. Shared with me shows documents shared with you or by other writers. All right, cool. We've left you more tips in the sample document. Happy writing. All right, let's check it out. Welcome to Ellipsis. Write directly in your main document or use drafts to iterate. That appeals to me. So one of the things that I struggle with, I usually end up doing a brand new document every time I do a new draft, and I end up having a bunch of tabs open in order to go back and reference things and bring things back. So I like that they're all in one place. I really think that's helpful. The right sidebar includes tools for formatting, editing, organizing, collaborating, and publishing. Okay. Head back to your dashboard to find your writing, share documents, or start something new. We have a word count. We have timer. Oh, neat. Okay, so like for writing sprints and things. Okay. And that just does the thing. Very cool. Very cool. Let's stop that for now. 0 words added. Why mess with perfection? All right. Excellent. That's fun. And then focus mode. Oh, okay. So it like hides all of your sidebars and just has the document itself up. Neat. Okay. I like that. Then cool. All right, so formatting I think is pretty self-explanatory. That's your font, size, coloring, everything like that. Okay. Outline. All right, so that's basically like your chapter breakdown, any sections in there. That's cool. Spell check. All right, and then version history. So that would be if I had a different version. Okay, cool. And then writing insights is the other thing I wanted to look at. Try free for 7 days. Let's see what's in here. Complexity, yep, vocabulary diversity, length, rhythm, density, opener, okay. All right. Okay. Passive voice. Got some good stuff in here. Word echoes. And I'm not able to see any of that because, again, I am on the free plan, but I wonder if it'll tell me at least a little bit of what's in here. So these insights come from simple pattern counting algorithms that run locally on your device. No AI is used. Let's go. Your text never leaves the editor. You can always read more in the Help Center. Writing Insights is currently built for English language documents. We're working toward broader language support in the future. Okay. Understood. So I'm going to go ahead, just give this document a quick read, and then I think it's time to start working on my own for a little bit. Welcome to Ellipsus. We're so glad you're here. This is a short guide covering some important details, getting started with documents, drafting, formatting, organizing your work, sharing, and more. And there is the mobile option as well, which I do want to actually check out real quick. Okay, yeah, so it's not a dedicated app for Ellipsus, but you go to the site and okay. And this was another thing that appealed to me when it came to Ellipsus, because if you know anything about me, you know I do a lot of my writing on the go, and I want to be able to work on my same document on different devices. So I'm not having to download an app, I'm not dealing with things like my Chromebook not running Scrivener, and aside from the fact that I would be dependent on Wi-Fi to access it, it does allow me to work on different devices. So I can work on my phone with it, I can bring my tablet if I don't want to bring my laptop somewhere. I have more options that way, and that is going to be really helpful for me in the long run. So getting started, create a document, create from a template, and import from Markdown. I'm not exactly sure what Markdown is. I'll have to look into that. Right now you're looking at a main document, but writing is rarely a straight line. Don't I know it? That's where drafts come in. In Ellipsis, every document has one main document and as many drafts as you need. A draft is a standalone copy of your document. You can use drafts to collect feedback, tinker with new versions of a scene, store research or notes, try something new without affecting the main document. Fantastic. The lad has since moved on from the nightstand and is now attacking a cardboard box. So more power to him, I guess. So we have different modes for collaboration if you're sharing the document with somebody else. And then we have troubleshooting and support, community if you want to follow updates, socials, idea board, which we checked out earlier. So it looks like I just made a copy of that with the draft, but I actually want to make a new document. So go back to my work. Here we go. I can figure it out. Yeah, let's check out templates. Okay, so I think a lot of these actually go back to what my coworker was telling me about Ellipsis, where it was originally created for fanfic writing. So things like canon divergence and alternate universes would definitely line up with that. That's really cool. NaNoWriMo Project Survival template. That one is going to come in handy. I know it's only June, but I am starting to think about NaNoWriMo and if I'm going to attempt it this year or not. I did abstain in 24 because of everything going on with it. And then last year with 2025, it imploded. So there wasn't actually an official NaNoWriMo because the organization totally imploded. That's the only word I can think of to describe it. But I do have a couple of blog posts about what actually happened, and I'll make sure to link those down below for anybody who's curious. So these are definitely some great options. Not quite what I need at the moment, but I do want to start playing with them eventually. So we'll go ahead and do a new blank document. Here we go. Project Scrimmage. And I also did go ahead, I turned off my own spell checker that I've been using just to see what it looks like in terms of the built-in spell check that's in Ellipsus. So I'm going to go ahead and grab chapter 3 of Project Scrimmage and bring that in. I don't have a lot written for it yet, but it'll give me a good starting point. And hopefully it'll give me that little bit of momentum back because I am hoping that for the next time my writing group meets up, I'll be able to send out at least 1 and 2, maybe 3 chapters from that project to get feedback on. So we'll see how that goes. So I think for the purposes of this, I'm just going to do a 10-minute sprint. Usually I prefer to go 30 minutes, maybe even 45 or an hour. But I think just for the sake of this video, I'm going to only do a 10-minute sprint. Go ahead, I'll put some music on, and I'm going to go write for 10 minutes. So personally for me, I think that a 10-minute writing sprint is too short for me to get any real work done. My writing group usually goes for about 15, but I will say that I was able to get a couple of good lines in, mostly just rewriting the same line over and over and over. You know how it goes. But I am excited to check out more of the features in Ellipsus and get a better feel for it. And the other thing I did want to look at is the About Us section. So, our stories so far. Simply put, we believe that stories have the power to change the world. We're writers, nerds, and we love writing tools, but we never found the right one that worked for how we work together. I love that. For writers, by writers, creativity is community. Art belongs to the artist. Every voice counts. Change the narrative. Okay, meet the team. Very cool. This is so cool. I love this menu. This is great. For writers, by writers. Writers first, always. We believe that the written word is modern society's most important creation, that stories are the medium that transforms culture. And I think this is one that a lot of people are looking into when it comes to which writing software they're going with. So let's check out our stance on AI. Creativity is at a crossroads. Writing tools, publishers, and platforms are failing us. The tools we use have been corrupted by data scraping and entities hostile to intellectual property ownership, disregarding our consent. The future of creative work requires a nuanced understanding of the challenges ahead and a shared vision. Writers for writers. We stand for creative authenticity with creative freedom. We believe that AI-generated content should never overtake human voices, and that LLMs in their current form are unethically trained and applied. Yes. For these reasons, we will never integrate or use generative AI with Ellipsus. Huzzah. So from what I'm seeing, I think I really do like Ellipsus. Again, I'm only playing on the free version here. I might play with the plus version at a later date on my own time, or maybe that'll be a separate video down the road, looking into those features a little bit more. But I think out of what I have seen, I really, really like it. Now, there are a couple of features that I haven't been able to play with yet, things like the sharing with collaborators. And like I mentioned earlier, I like that it is browser-based, so I can work on my Chromebook and my phone and my tablet and any other device I may have. And I think that really does help with accessibility, as well as having that free option, which already has a lot of features in it that aren't gatekept by only having it be pay to play. And of course, the fact that they are very human writer first and anti-generative AI. Now, the whole use of AI in writing is a debate for another time when we look at it from the lens of spell check versus generative AI, which the latter I am very, very much against. And like I said at the top of the video, the writing software you use, whether it is Ellipsus or Scrivener, Microsoft Word, pen and paper, it doesn't matter because that is not going to determine what makes you a good writer. The thing that makes you a good writer is your drive, your passion for the craft, and the words you put down on the page, and how you feel about the story at the end of the day. But I think that's where I'm going to leave the video for today. If you've made it this far, thank you so much for spending a little bit of your day here with me in this corner of the internet. Be sure to like and subscribe and do all the things from our writing, life, and whatever else comes to mind. And in the comments, feel free to let me know if you've used Ellipsus before or are thinking about giving it a try, or if there's another writing software you use that you want me to check out. And on that note, I will see you in the next one. Bye.